Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, it is the third video about week 11 and we are now going to cover some of the attributes of land, geographical properties of Pakistan. Pakistan is, situated in South Asia. Much of its region is in the south and a little bit is also in east. It is said that a country which has rivers, mountains, sea is not a poor country. And fortunately, Pakistan has all these attributes which are important to progress in the world. If you just look in Pakistan, so Pakistan's topography is comprising the upper head of Pakistan like Gilgit, northern areas, Kashmir and all other regions affiliated, they are the highlands. Clear? The Karakoram, the Himalayas mountains, region that start from Nepal and stretch to Pakistan and all other regions, is the highest mountains. The world's highest mountain is Mount Everest here in Nepal, whereas the world's second highest mountain is K2 in Pakistan in the same region, whereas the third highest is in the Chinese territory. Fine. This area is called Aksai Chin, that was given by Pakistan to China. Clear? And these regions are called Ladakh and others affiliated to Indian occupied Kashmir. This area has the world's highest mountains, number one. They have glaciers which are the source of life, source of energy and source of food for entire this subcontinent, not just Pakistan, not just India, not Nepal, Bangladesh, for entire regions. These mountain regions that start from Bhutan and Nepal and stretch from Indian Shimla and Uttar Pradesh, clear, till it goes to Tibet, Chinese and Gilgit, Baltistan and other regions. Well, all the main rivers in the subcontinent flow from these glaciers, these mountains. Okay, let's for example the Pakistanese territory. This region travels from China, enters into some of the Indian Kashmir and then enters into Pakistan, crosses Gilgit Baltistan, fine, and then Chilas, and then it comes to forts flow between KPK and Pakistan, KPK and Punjab, fine, and the upper regions, then here Indus River gets splashed and gets into vast. Here got the plain areas, plains, the agriculture fertile plains, clear, almost entire, much of the Punjab and half of the KPK and almost all the Sindh is comprised on agriculture. So this belt is the food belt for Pakistan. Okay. Here the biggest crops like rice, chawal, makai, bajra, kapas, fine. So these region fruits of multiple kinds are produced. It is the place of the livestock. You know this that once Pakistan used to be number third in livestock in the world, but now they are reducing. Pakistan used to be number one in, it was in a good ranking in cotton. Pakistan was number one in citrus, clear, and still there is many crops, and Pakistan is still number one in producing of apricot and mangoes. Fine. So these two regions are very important. Another region of Pakistan's topography is called. So let's first finish the rivers. Indus River, the second river that flow from Neelam Valley, it is called Jhelum River. Clear. It is called River Neelam. When it enters into Pakistan territory, it is called Jhelum River. Another river that flows from Indian side is called Chenab River. Clear. Then, and the river that is from Lahore is called Ravi. Fine. And the river, another river that flows from and to Indian side is called Satluj and Beas. These rivers flow from India and enter into Pakistan. Fine. So these are the river. Thereby, these areas are called Punjab rivers, land of the five. Okay, all these five rivers enter at Mittencourt, and then they collaboratively fall into the Indus River. Fine. So these rivers are great significance for producing electricity and producing crops. Clear. Here the water crisis is so important that Pakistan is going to make Kalabagh Dam and other dams. Clear. So building of the dams on these rivers is important. Another region is called plateaus, Potwar. So there are two plateaus in Pakistan. Number one, Potwar Plateau, another is Balochistan Plateau. What is plateau? Plateau is called ऐसी ज़मीन जो पहाड़ियों, टेकरियों और टीलों पर मुश्तमिल हो. Clear? That is called plateau. The Potwar Plateau is spectacular in its season, culture, and its there is also agriculture possible, whereas Balochistan Plateau is a bit dry and is bit strict land, but it is full of minerals, and also it is the now an international importance at cause of tension between Pakistan and Iran. Fine. And here in the same region is CPAC Gwadar Port. Other important areas in Pakistan are sea. The coastal line of Pakistan. Coastline of Pakistan is the over 700 kilometers, and it is strategically wonderful because it opens to the Indian Ocean and has a direct access to the Arabian Ocean till the Gulf. Fine. And whereas these are the some of the topographical locations of Pakistan. Clear. Now in the next video we'll talk about the significance of Pakistan on the map.